Hi, do you want to know why there are people that get money and knows how to get money and people that can't? Do you want to understand the mathematical knowledge that makes people to earn a lot of money? So this is the course for you. I'm going to tell you why is it better to be an investor by using arithmetic and geometric sequences. I'm Hugo Luque and I hope that you enjoy this video. Let's start. Let's start talking about the situation number one. Okay, I wanted you imagine that um, some guy or you um, receive an amount of money. You receive $500 and you decided to start with your $500. You decided to start saving money to do something in 3 years. Okay, and you decide to start paying an amount of $150 per month to a jar. You have a jar at home and you put your $500 and then you start each month to put $150. Okay, so let me show you the situation here using graphics. So we have here the money. um, let's say that this money back, it's not that you steal the money, but let's use this money back that represents $500. Okay, $500 are represented here in this amount of money, and you decided to save each month an amount of $150. So we're going to use this image that represent $150. So you have here $500, and in the first month you have $500. When you start the second month, you have $500 plus 150. What are you going to do the next month? You're going to insert, or you're going to save $150, and so on and so forth. Okay, so we're saving money to have something in 3 years, or to use this money in 3 years, or to know how this money is gonna help us in 3 years. Sorry. So the question is how much money I have after the 3 years. If you understand the idea, you can do the computing and get the money you have in 3 years. Let me show you. So how could you calculate it? You can say that you have n, the number of months, and you have a sub n, the amount of money that you save in the account or in the jar. So this is 1, and then we use $500. That is the first month. In the first month I start with $500. When I start the second month, I have $500 plus 150, 650. Third month I have 800. Okay, and we need to know month 36. What is at month 36? Okay, this is what savers do. So, for example, when I was 20 years ago, I decided to start doing a savings jar. So I had a saving jar, and each month I took some amount of money and put it in the jar. Okay, and I did that like for 4 years, and after 4 years I had an amount of money there. It was, let me tell you that it was a really good amount of money. But the deal here is that you're adding always the same amount of money each month. Each month you're adding the same amount of money to the jar. When you add the same amount of money in a sequence, or the same amount in a sequence, it means that we're talking about an arithmetic sequence. Okay? Arithmetic sequence. So anytime in any sequence, if you notice that the sequence is just by adding numbers, the last number is just adding the same number, imagine the jar, you're putting money each month, and that will be the arithmetic sequence. Now, how could we solve this situation? I'm not going to start doing here step by step, 1, 2, 3, until I get to 36, because it's gonna take me a long time. I'm just going to understand how to represent these operations many times. So okay, so arithmetic and geometric sequences and arithmetic sequence. Arithmetic sequence. Okay, now I'm back to tell you, to teach you. So essentially what we're doing here is that we're adding $150. So what is important here? That each time we're adding many times. So we can say that, for example, the term a sub 2 is equal to a sub 1 plus 150. Okay, I can say that. A sub 2 equals a sub 1 plus 150. A sub 2, 650, is a sub 1, 500 plus 150. Now, what's going to happen if I found a sub 3? So a sub 3 is a sub 2 plus 150. This is a recursive formula, okay? So we have the recursive formula for arithmetic sequences. So I'm just gonna challenge you to have the n term, to say a sub n. I'm not gonna show you here, but you gotta find a sub n. What is a sub n in terms of a sub n minus 1? Okay, I know you can do it by just following this pattern. Now, we follow the pattern and we need to find out the general formula to calculate it for the month 36. So I'm going to use a sub 2 as a sub 1 plus 150. So I have a sub 3 is a sub 1 plus 150 plus 150, and we know that this is just 2 times 150. Okay? Now, what do you think will be a sub 4 in terms of a sub 1? Yes, 3 times 150. So to sum up, a sub n is the same as a sub 1 plus plus, if here is 2, 3 with 2, 4 with 3, so I think that you notice that is n minus 1. This is the equation that helps us determine the arithmetic sequence. Now let's solve the situation. So for the, or after 3 years, I have in my account how much money I have in my account. So remember, will be 836 a sub 1 $500 and 36 minus 1. Okay, so let's use a calculator to know the answer. Okay, calculator, come here. So 500 plus 36 minus 1 times 150, 750. So after month 36, we have 5,750. Okay, so this is when you save money. When you save money, you have a really good amount of money in 3 years. You pass from 500 to 5,000, almost 6,000. If you want to have $6,000 in 3 years, so you just need to do that. Okay, start with 500 and then start saving $150. Okay, this is some way in which you can plan, for example, a vacation or something. If you want to, by the end of the year, going to your vacations, just take the amount of money you're going to spend and start from today, and use the arithmetic sequence to know if you save some money per month, so how much money you will have by the end of the month. Okay, it's a good way to plan vacations and not to use credit cards. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you, if you don't want to do it, so use credit card. But now, the important fact that I found here is what do an investor do? Because you know that investors are not going to put money in a jar. They decided to do something with the money, put it in the market, or do something to have more money. Okay, so that's why we're going to situation number 2. So situation number 2, what is situation number 2? Imagine that you're an investor. Okay, you're an investor and you start with 500,000. Sorry, with $500. So you take $500 and you start doing an investment. Okay, and your investment is gonna give you a percentage. Okay, I'm not going to complicate this so much just because I want to introduce the topic, but we're going to suppose that the investor has a really good knowledge about how to do an investment. Okay, and he understands what to do to have a good investment. So what is the thing here? It's not like, okay, I'm going to put $500 here and after 1 month I'm going to earn this. No, you have to study the market. You gotta know how to use it. Okay? So you earn a percentage of the money you have in the account. And in the next month, you're going to have the percentage of the money you have. And then a percentage. And then the percentage. And so on and so forth. Okay? I don't know if you notice the difference here, because we're talking about that you have a money, you increase by 1%, and then you keep your money and then increase by 1%. So let me show you how does it work in a table. In a table works this way. You have n, you have a sub n. For the first month we have $500, and for the second month we're going to have an increasing in the investment, okay? But it's going to be 1%. Let's say that the percent is 5%, okay? Say that earns 5%, earns 5% of the money. Okay, I'm not going to get deep into how to determine what money you have here. I'm just going to calculate it. But if you don't understand, take a reading of percents, okay? Or watch a video about percents, how to determine percents. But the fact is that we have, for the second month, $500, the 100% plus the 5% of $500. So if we have the 100% of 500 plus the 5%, it means that we calculated the 105% of $500. So 105% of $500 will be this. Okay, so in the first month we have 525. In the third month, we have to increase the 5%, but not of 500. Is of our investment of 525. So if you notice, what we're doing is that we're using the same money that we earn to have more money. I'm gonna repeat it. We're using the same money we have in the account to have more money. So it means that here is 105 times 525 divided 100. So now we have 551. And we did the investment until 36 years to have this. Okay? Now, we need to determine how much money we have by the end of the 36 years. Okay, how much money we have at the end of 36 years. So we're going to use equations to know that. So section number 2 is geometric sequences. Geometric sequences. So let's use the information. Excuse me. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, now a sub 2 is just 105% of 500, yes? So let me write a fraction. 105% of 500. Okay, this is the first. Okay, I really enjoy to simplify fractions. Okay, so I'm going to simplify this fraction. This fraction 105, if I got the fifth part, will be 21, and here will be 20. So 21/20ths of 500. This is for the first. So a sub 2 using 500. And 500 is a sub 1. So how could you determine a sub 3? A sub 3. You know, sometimes the program doesn't help me, you know. So a sub 3, part of the process. A sub 2. A sub 2. So a sub 3 will be 21 divided 20, 105% of the last term. This is a recursive formula. So if you want to find the recursive formula, you just need to check the information and write the recursive formula. Okay? Now, but we're working trying to find the formula, the general formula. So a sub 2, what is a sub 2? Is 21/20 divided a sub 1. Divided a sub 1. So we just have to oh my god, you know, today the program is crazy. Okay, 21 divided 20 times 21 divided 20 times a sub 1. And here we have the multiplication twice. So it means that we have a second power. A second power. So 21 divided 20 to the second power. If you're following my league, if you're following my league, I don't know if you're following my league, but if you're following my league and you understand, so you will see that a sub 4 is just 21 divided 20 to the third power times a sub 1. Okay? And a sub 5, a sub 6. This way you can have a sub n. A sub n. So a sub n will be 21 divided 20 times n minus 1. Okay, times n minus 1. So, and that's it. And that's it. And that's it. You just have to use the formula. So, using the formula, we have after the 36th month, so what we have? A sub n is 36 and 36 minus 1, and a sub 1 we said that is 500. Okay, for this situation. In other situations, so you need to use a sub 1. What is the first term? In other situations, you're not multiplying 21 divided 20. You're using other numbers. Okay? But in this case, this is the idea. So let's use the calculator to find the solution. So we have 21 divided 20 raised 36 minus 1, 35 times 500. Okay, we have $2,758 with and 1 cent. So let's write here. Okay. Yes, we're going to compare it. So 2,758 and 1 cent. And here and here and here we have 5,000. Let me write here 158 and 1 cent. Yeah, that's it. And here we have 5,750. 5,750. Okay, so and that's it, and that's how you use arithmetic and geometric sequence to solve this situation. Okay, for the people that don't have clear the general idea of what we did here, they will say, okay, so I'm going to start saving because I'm going to earn more money. Okay, more money. But let's go to check a little bit of math to have the answer completed of these situations. Okay, so I'm going to show you that now we need to go to check which one is better. Okay, which one is better? Choose which one is better. To save, to have $500 and start using your savings account, getting $150 per month, or to have $500, put it in an investment that gives you some amount of money, 5% per month, and after 36 months you have $2,000, $758.01. Which one is better for you? Which one do you think is better? Okay, so you choose which one is better. Maybe you choose that the better way is to have this money because you have more money. Yeah, and it's positive to tell that. But let me tell you something really important of these situations. This is geometric. Really important of these situations. In situation number 2, geometric sequences, the investor just used $500. So he just need to have $500. And after 3 years, he has, let's use math to know that, he has I'm sorry, here is comma. Okay, in English is a decimal point. He has almost 6 times the amount of money he invests with no more money involved. He didn't put more money. He just put $500 and that's it. And after 36 months, 3 years, he get these $500 times 5, almost times 6. So do you like to have $500 today and after 3 years have 5 times the amount of money? This is what investors think. And they start with 500, but they can use another value. And here you're putting your money all time your money, So this is savings. You have money, but you work a lot for this money. So let me tell you that I prefer to not to have to put money each month and have 5 times the amount of money in 3 years than start putting money each month to have $5,000 after 3 years. Okay? So you can do it for other 3 years. What's gonna happen in other 3 years? You will see the changes and you will see how we change. Okay? This is the math process that helps us understand why inversors earns money with no effort. What you need to know? You need to know how to make this number as greater as you can. Because there is something important. If you don't know about investments, maybe this number will be less than 1. If this number is less than 1, it's going to happen that you're going to start losing money. So you got to know how to track the market. You need to know how the stocks works or how the things that you're buying works to do an investment. This is something you can learn in courses online or courses in your city that is going to help you to know how to invest. But here there's a math process that helps us understand why, inversors do what they do because they want to increase the amount of money. Increasing the money, they will have no effort and more money using geometric sequences. Finally, there are 2 terms that you need to know for arithmetic and geometric sequences. And it's calling the common difference for arithmetic sequence, common difference, and the common ratio for geometric sequences. So let's do something. I wanted you to start doing comments in the channel on this video, telling for you which one is the common difference in this situation and what is the general formula with common difference and what is the common ratio in this situation and what is the common ratio for this situation and what is the general formula of the situation. Okay? So I hope that you start doing comments and write it and think, use math to finish my video of today. Math is something that you do, okay? You cannot expect to watch this video and understand everything if you don't start working, doing something. That's why I'm telling you, think which one is the common difference and which one is the common ratio. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.